Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be breaking down the social system that we use for our clients, and I'm going to actually include a link below so you can get it yourself as well. So before we hop into that, I just want to talk a little bit about social systems and why they're important. So when I first started my agency, we didn't have a system. It would be we'd get a client, and then somebody was tasked with filling out their calendar. Hey, you're the social media manager, go figure it out, and then we'll approve a calendar at the end of the week and come back. Great, schedule, go from there. But the problem with that was there was no consistency with the plans for the client, etc. So over many years, many clients, some engagements going great, some not so great. In learning, we were able to actually build out this social media system. So I'm going to pop in and go over to a screen share, walk through this system and how you can use this for yourself, for local businesses, all the way up to Fortune 500 brands. All right, so let's pop in. All right, so we're going to talk through this. So this is client portal we set up in Notion, and we're actually going to specifically be looking at the social system 1.0. So this is a system that we built and how we think about content. So when you get into this and before you even create, you want to come in and be thinking about the system. And you can build it in Notion, you can build it in Monday, Trello, whatever. You can build this in Docs. You just want to have some flow. So the first thing I like to start with is my matrix. And I build out my content matrix, and this is going to be where I add in pillars. And you're going to want to do this. I'm going to move over here. You want to add in pillars that your brand is going to talk about. So let's say, you are a clothing brand, right? Let's say you're an up and coming clothing brand and you have these pillars. So one of your pillars could be innovation. You're coming out with new styles, you've got new tech, whatever it may be in the shirts, great. You could be, let's call it body empowerment. So sure, you have stuff, you're helping people feel better in their clothing. And let's go the last one, let's say stylish. Great. Or feel good, we'll call it. Oh no, we already have feel good in the body empowerment. Great. So I have these three things, right? Sure, body empowerment, innovation, stylish. Then what I can do is I look at the ways I'm going to talk about this, right? Testimonial, listicle, motivational, personal story, X versus Y, analytical. You can change these up too. So you can put in here, it could be, we're going to talk about this, but we're going to use a community story. Great. We're going to talk about this, but we're going to do product feature as one of the things. Then you go through and you're able to tick these off, and you can always add in more, right? More themes that you're going to have. I recommend starting with 3 or 4, and we could even go here and say, like, you can change them, right? So that was it for a clothing company. Let's say you are a food company. Let's say Burger King, right? Burger King has a couple things. They go, fire is better, right? That's one of their themes that they go with. Now you can go through, okay, how do you talk about where fire is better? The charbroiled burger. You can go through, then you go through other things. Their champion SKU might be one of the topics they always want to talk about, right? We want to talk about Whopper. And then we also want to have fun. Great. Okay, these are the 3 things that you're going to be, how do we talk about these things and do so in different ways on social media? So this is the first part. Then when you're going to go back and you're actually going to go into the social system, the content planner, this is where the magic happens. All right. And I like this because you're able to see where your posts are at. But really when you go here, I'm going to call this post 1. I then built this out. So I made a template that you'll be able to use, but I recommend doing this just in general. So I'm going to hit this. And immediately what it's going to do, it's going to embed my content matrix. So great, fire is better. We're going to talk about listicle. Hey, the top 5 burgers, every fast food joint. We're going to go and get people to do their, then we're going to get testimonials of people having fun after leaving a BK event. Then we're going to tell, a Whopper versus Big Mac, X versus Y. So those could be 3 separate posts. For this one, let's just say, we're going to do the post, which is fire is better. So I'm going to kill these. Fire is better, listicle. Okay, the point I'm trying to make. We go through char-boiled burgers taste better than fried. Great. What's the feeling I want the person to have after they see this? Do I want it to be remarkable, intriguing, insane, disagreeable? Do I want them to go, that's redeeming, finally? So let's go here with, I want it to be intriguing. Okay, now what I'm going to think about is the post, how I'm going to write this. So the hook. What is the hook? I might be hearing him go, cooked everything over fire. Now, then I put my meat and potato. That's because cooking over fire is better, period. Blah, blah, blah. When you cook over fire, this happens. The flavor, the bliss, the that. Great. Go to the closest BK as my CTA. Now, obviously, Burger King has got this pretty dialed in, but you can take this to anything. You take this for a local restaurant. You could take this for your company. I want to work through every single post in this way. So then I'm able to see, where am I going with this post? What does it look like? And what does it look like when I actually start to fill out my calendar? By the end of the month, I see, whoa, I've gotten a bunch of these things filled out. And what I mean by this, if I go back to my planner and I go post 2, hit social post, everything's ticked off. So I like to clear this monthly, but I'm able to see, did I cover enough of my board, right? Enough of my content matrix when I'm out creating content. Because this is going to make sure that I'm diversifying my feed and the type of content that we put out. Awesome. Okay, the next thing in the system, one of the things I think about is engagement and how to do this. So you want to find accounts that share a customer base with you but are not competitors, and you want to engage with them. So I build out here, this is more from the personal brand side. You build out a list of people, put their LinkedIn URL. So I put it right here directly to the post. So you can actually get people, if you see here in my browser, the recent activity. What I want to see is I want to see the recent activity. So you can go right to the post, you can click, and you can just go and engage. So you can do that on anybody. And I have it here for LinkedIn, and then I have, X as another one. So just pops you right into the feed. You're able to go through and do your engagement. I recommend doing that, building out your own little list. So that's good. That works on the brand side. But this is really it. So this is when you're using this content system. This is how to do it. This is how to start. And then you can have it evolve from there. You can add in more themes. You can start to layer on different content types. You can say, what type of media are we going to have? You can put a column in. Is it video? Is it photo? Are we going to take this idea, turn it into a YouTube video like this, and then actually have that become, several photos or several posts on LinkedIn, whatever it may be. So that's what we build out. That's the social system, 1.0. Eventually, we'll release this client portal. But if you want this client portal, just drop a note on the YouTube video. I'll contact you and email you our very rough version that's ready to send out. But if not, I will include the link to the social system, and that social system link here will have a video also explaining how to use it. So you'll be in good hands with that video. Okay, so that's it. That is the system, and I can't say it enough. It's super important. If you have any questions on the system, or you seen other things out there, or anything doesn't make sense on this, please drop the questions below. I appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, all that YouTube, the YouTube call to actions. That helps us get this out in front of more people. But I hope this was helpful. Alrighty, cheers.